Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tim Sheehan. I'm the Chief of Police here in the town of Tewksbury. I'd like to introduce you to Ken Ball, a LeRocque family member that will be making a statement that's been prepared by Rhonda's husband, Jason. After he makes the statement, he will not be answering any questions. He will leave the room, and then myself and the family media contact, David Garino, will answer any questions, any logistical questions associated with visiting hours and memorial service for Rhonda scheduled for Friday and Saturday. Ken Ball.
Thank you, Chief. Thanks for this opportunity as well. On behalf of Aaliyah and our entire family, I would like to acknowledge the deep sadness that is felt by everyone who knew and loved Rhonda and who continue to deeply mourn her senseless and tragic death 11 days ago in Las Vegas. Rhonda and I were married for over 21 years. We, along with our 6-year-old daughter Allie and father, Roy LeRocque, had gone to Las Vegas to enjoy some quality family time, as well as for Rhonda, myself, and Allie to enjoy parts of the Route 91 Country Music Festival. Our daily routine each day in Las Vegas was to spend the morning getting breakfast as a family and then spending time together enjoying the pools at Mandalay Bay. After this, Rhonda, myself, and Allie would go and enjoy the Country Music Festival and all the activities there for a couple hours together until Allie would fall asleep. Rhonda and I would then bring Allie back to the hotel room right across from the festival, and our father, Roy, would watch her, while Rhonda and I would go back to enjoy the festival. This same routine happened on Sunday, October 1st. Rhonda and I had dropped Allie off to my father, returned to the festival, and shortly after that, gunshots began. Rhonda was among those who were hit very early on. Thanks to the heroic efforts of a few individuals, we could get her to the trauma center at the University Medical Center while still breathing. However, after a couple hours, her life tragically ended. I was with her the entire time. As we approach Rhonda's funeral and memorial service this Friday and Saturday, I wanted to reflect on her life, the lives she touched, and to thank all those who have been and continue to be so kind to our family. Rhonda was a beautiful, loving mother and wife, and Allie and our entire family meant the world to her. Rhonda was a very special daughter, sister, and dear friend who will be missed deeply by her family, as well as her spiritual family. People who had the privilege to know Rhonda would only describe her as the happiest, most caring, sweet, and self-sacrificing person you would ever know. Throughout her life, Rhonda was motivated by her love for neighbors, devoted to spending much of her time sharing the Bible's message of hope and helping others in the community to learn about Jehovah God. Rhonda and I took such joy in helping with disaster relief efforts in Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, and Jamaica. Words cannot properly describe the loss we feel and the emptiness Rhonda's death leaves in all of us. We are heartened, however, by the vast outpouring of love, support, tenderness, and the giving we have seen literally since the moment those horrific shots started. Among them, the woman with a medical background who was with Rhonda and I from the moment she was shot and did everything she could to keep her alive while we were in transit to the trauma center. The people who helped me carry Rhonda off the concert grounds to a safer area and then to the back of a pickup truck, and the driver of that pickup truck took us to the trauma center. The skilled doctor and nurses at the trauma center who fought valiantly to keep Rhonda alive. All of this, of course, is a blur to me. I wish I could remember their names or their faces so I could express my deepest gratitude for all their efforts in trying to save her life. We have been deeply affected by the support of so many, including but not limited to, first starting in Las Vegas, the UMC Trauma Center, the Las Vegas Police Department, the staff at the Luxor Hotel who took incredible care of our family while dealing with this tragedy, the staff, volunteers, police, and medical personnel of the Clark County Family Assistance Center which was set up in the convention center. The only person we can thank by name, Paul Poteet from the Willacy Bell Transportation Group, who displayed love and kindness for many of the victims by arranging transportation to and from the convention center, as well as other locations for anyone affected by the tragedy, and provided a good distraction for Allie while we were waiting to get home, like a limo to an In-N-Out burger. JetBlue Airlines for going above and beyond and providing transportation to get our family members out to Vegas to assist and helping deal with this terrible tragedy and to get us back home as comfortably as possible, including Rhonda. The JetBlue air crew on the flight with myself, Allie, and Roy were so respectful and accommodating, including the captain. Upon landing in Boston, he came out to speak to us. He got down on one knee and gave his wings to Allie. Thank you also to so many others and the groups in Las Vegas who did everything they could possibly to help us in this time of need. Upon our return home, words cannot fully express enough appreciation for the town of Tewksbury, the Tewksbury Police Department, especially Chief Tim Sheehan, in helping the family to try and cope with this situation. The Nichols Funeral Home for assisting us with many difficult decisions. Mark Ginsburg and the Tewksbury Country Club for their support of our family. The Wilmington Police Department and the State Police for help in this situation and even assisting with Rhonda's safe return. The Attorney General and their staff and their ongoing special assistance. Rhonda's employer of over 10 years, IDO, who were like family to her and have assisted in so many ways. We'd also like to thank my employer, John Mers of Mers Construction, for his support and continued assistance. Spirit Airlines for assisting some of Rhonda's family to be here to attend the services later this week. We'd also like to extend a special thank you to those who have given an unexpected gift. We are so grateful for all those who have contributed to various funds that were established, including the Greg Hill Foundation. These funds will be used to care for the long-term needs of our family. All those who have reached out to help the family in other ways, such as food and calls and cards and everything else. The outpouring of support has been so overwhelming, to say the least. It gives us all so much hope to see the kindness of so many. We are sorry if we've missed anyone. Please accept our humble thank you to anyone who's offered their services and assistance through this extremely difficult time. Rhonda was a firm believer in the Bible's hope, that in the future that soon death and violent acts will no longer exist. At this time, as difficult as her death is, to all who knew her, we are comforted by this message as well, and we will continue to share this message with others. Our thoughts and prayers are with all the families who also have been affected by this senseless tragedy. Thank you.
So at the bottom of the statement that you have in front of you, there are some details about the visiting hours and the memorial service for Rhonda. There will be areas where the media can set up outside both locations. We understand there have been requests from several of your outlets to take video and take photos inside the memorial service. The family's still considering those requests at this time. Reporters will be invited into the memorial service. At this time, the request is to keep all cameras and recording equipment outside of that service, but you'll be invited to attend and to view. And if there's a change in terms of whether there's a camera, pool camera, or otherwise, we'll certainly let you know. Any other questions on logistics? We're happy to answer, but that's it at this time.